In the entire history of our country, Americans have never seen a President of the United States support an adversary the way President Trump has supported President Putin. For the President of the United States to side with President Putin against American law enforcement, American defense officials, American intelligence agencies, is thoughtless, it's dangerous, it's weak.
Well, it's one person's opinion.
Well, as you know, we're never going to broadcast what actions the president may or may not take or what specific actions is going to prompt him to take things a step further. But you can be rest assured he takes this process extremely seriously. He's monitoring and watching the actions of Iran. And if needed, he will take what steps are necessary to protect people in this country and certainly to protect the world from nuclear proliferation.
Sarah, we've been on the couch the entire morning, so we have not necessarily seen this because we're not watching other media, but you can be sure mainstream media is going to attack the president for his all-caps tweet saying he's inciting a problem with Iran. What's the president's response to that?
The only person that is inciting anything is Iran. The president has been very, very clear, again, since day one what his objectives are, and he's certainly not going to tolerate the leader of Iran making threats against Americans, making threats against this country, making threats against Israel. This is a president who is going to stand up and make sure he is doing what is necessary. He's showing peace through strength, but if needed and steps are required, this president is not afraid to take them.
Well, I can't quit you, baby.
Thanks for joining me here, constant viewer. Thank you so much, Chuck Schumer. Thank you very much, Secretary Sanders. I believe the problem we're experiencing today is that Trump is actually focused on our enemies, not the enemies, whatever you want to call them, deep state, New World Order, the Luciferians, Illuminati, whatever you want to call them. These people that are pushing for a global austerity, that means you living in a cave and raising your own vegetables and sheep to eat. These people that are pushing for this agenda, Obama just over there saying, hey, look, over here in South Africa, you shouldn't have a great big house. You should feel bad if you have a 4-bedroom house. And he goes home to his giant mansion. I believe it's somewhere close to 8,000, 10,000 square foot mansion. It's not just hypocrisy. It's knowing the enemy. Sun Tzu said, know your enemy and know yourself. And in 100 battles, you will be victorious. Know yourself and not the enemy, you're going to lose half the time. Know neither yourself nor the enemy, you are doomed to fail at every outing. Apparently, if we're going against whatever countries that the powers that be deem to be needing to be overthrown, such as, let me play you a little clip here.
So, I mean, that is the land of unconfirmed.
Yes, we came. We saw, he died.
Everybody remember that one?
Did it have anything to do with your visit?
Everybody know what he's talking about? She's talking about Libya and Muammar Gaddafi. Muammar had just transferred a lot of cash into gold and was going to a gold-backed, oil-based currency for his country. He'd moved out of his opulent palace. He lived in a small ranch-style home with a wall about 2.5, 3 feet high around it. And these people incited a riot against him and had him murdered. They want to tell you that Donald Trump is too weak on Russia, that he's a Quisling of the Kremlin, that he's Putin's puppet, that he's their lapdog. When they do what they're told, I believe that Putin is trying to get along, but he's not talking austerity right now. He wants this country to prosper. He wants them to do well. He wants to look out for Russia's interests, just like Trump wants to look out for America's interests, not the interest of whoever is pulling the strings on this insane puppet. Listen, folks, I'm going to wrap this up this way. Trump, I believe, is pissing them off so badly, he gets the daily briefings now. He gets the security briefings from all of these agencies that they keep saying, they keep broadcasting. He doesn't listen, doesn't believe, he's up against. No, he's not. You can disagree. You can say, I don't believe, I don't see this. And let's remember, with all this uproar about destroying our democracy, they still say that it did not influence one vote. That's the important thing here in my mind, people. How much of an influence did it have on our democracy? Did they try to spy? Yes. Every country tries to spy. We spy. Not only do we spy, we do regime change. Where's Muammar Gaddafi? They came, they saw he died. Where's Saddam Hussein? They came, they saw, they hung him. All of these people, when we don't want them there, for whatever reason they want to display, they go and ruthlessly take them out. They want that to happen to Putin and Russia. Russia is the great other America. Now, I didn't make that up. That's Melville said that in Moby Dick. That we are united in everything but language. That we're the same. Now, I don't believe that, especially not now. This was before the Tsar. This was before, when the Tsars were still in control. But I do believe that they're very similar. And what they want ever since Perestroika, ever since Glasnost, they want to be free as we're free. Is Putin the best thing in their country for that? No. But we meddle in their elections. We fool around and we try to influence and we do things we shouldn't. And in the end, I am willing to say that almost every time that they find a diplomat dead, if that diplomat is dead at the Kremlin's hands, a lot of times the United States has something to do with it from turning that person. Now, they had the choice. They had the choice. But let's remember, Russia takes care of things a lot differently than we do. Nerve gas, they will kill you. Ricin in the tip of an umbrella, they'll kill you. So, folks, I don't want to wear this out. I just want to remind you that this here is a situation of not knowing the enemy, of them trying to create a false enemy for you to put your focus on so that they can attack what they really want to, not what they need to. And right now, let's face it, Iraq, Iran, these are hotbeds of terror. We kind of created one. They're hotbeds of terror. If something needs to be done, I would say we need to think about Iran. That being said, folks, be good to your friends, be good to your family members, be good to your loved ones. Be quick to say you're sorry. Be even quicker to accept an apology, especially when that thing your friend, your family member, your loved one has done seems to be so huge, you'll never be able to forget about it. Because, constant viewers, at a time you think not, your friends, your family members, your loved ones, your life, and your nuclear arsenal will depart from you.